For my second Valentine's Day box, I'm going to be using one of these glass hearts from Dollar Tree. I had this one for a long time, and I already glued 3 of the glass discs that Dollar Tree sells on the bottom for feet. Now I'm going to save this one for a more glammed up box that's coming soon. Here's another one that I have. I had some regular bling wrap around the bottom of it, and I just went ahead and pulled that off. For the inside, I used some of the Mirror Effect spray paint. If you guys want to see how that's done, I'll link a video below. And for the outside, I used some red stained glass paint. Again, I'll show you how to do that in the same exact video. Now, as for the lid, here's the lid. I'm going to remove the bling from around it. So what I'm going to do is take a clip from an old video and show you exactly how to make this lid. The only thing that I did different with this one is I used one of the silver serving platters from Dollar Tree to give it the appearance of a mirror finish, and then painted it with the red stained glass paint as well. I traced my heart onto the platter, cut it out, and then glued it to my phone. And initially, I had a red knob on top, but I'm going to change all of that now. So again, I'll let you watch that particular part of the video. I'll come back and move on to the next step. First, you'll need one of these heart-shaped bowls from Dollar Tree. Okay, so next we're going to need some foam board. I'm going to trace the shape of the heart onto the foam board. Now I'll cut the shape out with a utility knife. Now I'll clean up the edges of the heart with scissors. And what I want is for this to fit just on the inside. Okay, so I guess that's good. Now the second heart will be the top half of the lid. So I kept it the same size as the glass heart. So now I have my top heart. I'm just going to trim the excess paper. Now I'll glue the smaller heart to the center of the larger heart. Now back to our other little baby girl. I'm going to make her dress red. I have some bright red acrylic paint. And now I'll just take my time and paint her dress red. Okay, this is what she looks like. I added some silver trim. I made her bow red, silver shoes. I'm gonna let that dry and then come back and add some red and some silver glitter to her. Meanwhile, let's decorate this. I have this bling, just like the pink, but the silver. And I've already cut some strips. This has 6 rows of bling. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and attach it. If you want this bling, I'll link it below, but you don't necessarily have to use this. You can use Dollar Tree bling that I took off. Now I'm going to remove this bling and put this bling on it. Again, I used the stained glass red paint on top. Okay, I'm done adding the trim to the top. Here's what it looked like on the bottom. I'll paint that later. So now I'm going to take the heart that I was going to use previously in the other DIY and glue it right on top of here. Okay, so while it's drying, I'm going to go ahead and add some glitter to this dress and some glitter to the shoes and the bow. I won't show it all on video because you've already seen me do this. I'm just going to take some Mod Podge, and here's the red glitter that I'll be using. And I'll be using the silver glitter. That's what the red glitter looks like. So I'm going to do the rest off camera and then come back. Now I'm going to hot glue this necklace around the heart. These are also from Dollar Tree. Now these are the red iridescent acrylic diamonds. You can use just regular red or clear. I'm going to use 3 of these as feet for my box. I'll use a little bit of hot glue and Gorilla Glue to make sure that they're permanent. Okay, now to make things a little bit more interesting, I have the red crushed glass that I'm going to add around the top of my lid. Alright, I have this top that I'm going to use to catch it. So I'm going to get some more Mod Podge. I'm going to use the Mod Podge to glue my red crushed glass onto my top. And as you can see, I'm being really generous. So now I'm just going to take the crushed glass and sprinkle it right on top. So I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Come back and shake off the excess crushed glass. If I need to come in and fill it in with some more, I will. And then once I do that, I'll mix water and Mod Podge together to seal it, sprinkle on some red glitter to make it pop more, and then move on to the next step. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and pour this off. Okay, that's pretty good coverage. I don't see a need for a second coat. So this is how it looks. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this, mix some Mod Podge and water together, and then seal this, and then I'll sprinkle some red glitter on top. Okay, I have some water, and I'm just going to take the Mod Podge from in here and mix it in with the water. So now I'm just going to take it and just pat it right on top. And this is going to seal the crushed glass. It's going to keep it in place. Here I lightly sprinkled the crushed glass with red glitter. Alright, so I'm going to let that completely dry, then come back and move on to the next step. The crushed glass is pretty much dry, and this is what it looks like. What I want to do now is just add some more beads just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm just going to hot glue them on. Alright, this is how it looks now. Okay, so here's my baby girl. And I put silver on the bows, the shoes, and on the trimming. And so now I'm going to glue her on top. A little bit of hot glue. Off camera, I went ahead and added some bling around the top of this as well. So now I think I want to add a couple of gems here, here, and here. I'll do that, then I'll be done. Okay, I have some of the red Dollar Tree gems, and I have some of the clear Dollar Tree gems, and I've already opened them. So what I want to do is just place some of these down somewhere, just to make it a little bit more blingy. And let me show you these. I also found these scatters at Dollar Tree. You can use these as well. But yeah, that's it. This is how she looks. So I'm going to put her on display as well. Continue to let that dry. Then I'll come back and let you see what she looks like. And as promised, here's my little lady in red. I think she's absolutely beautiful as well, and she has stolen my heart. But unfortunately, just like the little lady before her in pink, she has stolen my granddaughter's heart as well. So Miss Eden will be getting this one too. So right before Valentine's Day, I'm going to line it with some heart-shaped tissue paper. I'll add in a few chocolates. And then as for the pink jewelry box, I'll surprise her with a few new pieces of jewelry. And I know she's going to be so surprised and happy. Okay everyone, this concludes my DIY. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Please remember to check out my previous Valentine's Day jewelry box. For your convenience, I'll link it below in the description. Please don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.